Hey guys, so I made this beautiful number cake that is very simple and easy, and I am going to show you guys how I did it. So first I want to show you guys my number stencils that I used. I ordered these off of Amazon. I have the number 4, which came in a pack of 0 through 9. So I had a whole pack of the numbers from Amazon. Well, this is actually what my client wanted. They were turning 40, so I have the number 4 and the number 0. So first thing I did was, of course, bake my cake in a 11 by 9 inch baking sheet pan, and I placed it on a cake board. I got prepared to go ahead and place the stencil on top so that I can cut around it and make the number 4. I actually did this process twice because I did 2 layers of cake for each number, which made a total of 4 cutouts. I placed my stencil on top, going long ways of course, so that I can get a better cutout. I also use a serrated knife to cut around my cake. I just think using a serrated knife while I'm carving my cakes is really easy. It makes it for a good cut and a nice flow while I'm cutting. Once again, I did do this process twice for each number because I'm going to do 2 layers of cake for each number. I also did the same thing with the number 0. I have my same size cake with my 9 by inch cake pan placed on top of a board, getting prepared to do my cutouts for the number 0. Guys, these are the tools that I use to decorate my cake. I have reusable piping bags and I also have disposable piping bags. Either one would be just fine. It just all depends on your preference. I also have my piping tip, which is the 1M star tip. And then I also have another piping tip, which is the 1A piping tip. And then I also have a smaller star tip for smaller decorations, which is tip number 32. And I also have a coupler just in case I want to change the size of my piping tips. So I have some green icing that I made in colored. I also have some pink icing that I made in colored. I'm going to be decorating with those 2 icings. Now we're all ready to fill our bags. So what I'm doing here is preparing my bags so that I can fill them with the icing for decorating. When I prepare my bags, I always place the tip in first, and then from there I proceed to cut a hole in my bag at the very bottom. I try to make the hole go over a bit of the piping tip so that the bag is not getting in the way of my icing. So I highly recommend that you guys do the same. I'm now going to go ahead and fill my bag with the frosting. I will recommend you guys not to overfill your bag because when you do overfill your bag, for instance, you put too much icing into your bag than you can really hold, or you put too much icing in your bag, the icing will overflow through the top of the bag while you're piping. So try not to put too much, especially if you are a beginner. Try not to put too much icing in your bag. So now I'm going to go ahead and start the frosting process. So what I'm going to do is start going around. This is my method. You can do whatever is more easier for you or whatever is less time consuming for you. So this is my method. I go around the number starting from the inside. And the reason being is because when you look at the cake from the outside, you'll see the icing is nicely piped on the inside. So I try to make the inside of my number look as neat as possible. And I do the same thing with the outside, and you will see once I place the top layer of cake on. Once I finish placing my icing where I want it, I will go ahead and fill in the inside of the circle. Once I have the inside of my circle filled in, I go ahead and I place the top layer of cake on top. And then I do the same process. The only thing that I'll be doing differently is once I get to the inside of the piping circles, I will keep the same piping method throughout the entire cake. Once I'm done covering the top of my cake in the white frosting, I will then make some small decorations on the top of my cake using the pink and green frosting that I colored earlier. And once I am done with that look, I will go ahead and add some flowers, some sprinkles, and a little bit of glitter. And this is the finished look of my zero. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the number 4, and you guys will be able to see the finished look of both the numbers together. But of course, they're both are still going to go on 2 separate cake boards because the numbers are so big. And here is the finished look for the number 4. Very simple, very beautiful. You guys can definitely do this. It's super easy. And here is the finished look for the numbers. And I just know my client is going to love it. Let me know if you guys are going to try this and let me know how it comes out. See you next time.